Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Last week we reviewed some Power Stroke TikToks, and most of them were kind of the 6-liter Power Stroke and how it's kind of a piece of poop. But we're past that now. Now we're going to take a look at some Duramax TikToks. So let's get into it. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and get into this. We got a cold start on... I'm not really sure what D-Max this is. I want to say it's maybe like an LML. It could even be an, no, I don't think it's an L5P. I think it's too old for that. I'm going to go ahead and say that the piece of audio on this TikTok is not, in fact, this TikTok, if that makes sense. So it's like a different piece of audio. Because I really have a hard time imagining that you could get a D-Max to sound like that, even if it was a cold start, because that is one wild sounding thing. It almost sounds like more like a semi of some sort.
Girl, what LML Duramax fits you?
Ask your girl what LML D-Max fits you, and then it's got like 5 options on it. I will say that that first truck, the pre-runner looking thing, that is awesome. And the last truck, that fat ass dually, big fan of that. Looks real good. So this is like the whole squad rolling out in their D-Maxes. Anyways, I really like all these D-Maxes. It's kind of cool that there's a whole squad. I don't know if this was like a meetup or something. Yeah, I mean, I like all those trucks. I like this guy with these red wheels right here. Oh, you know, actually, I think that one with red wheels might have been a gasser. Either way, love it.
No, how it is. There's stuff you can do. You want to be a big baby about everything. I ain't baby. You're a baby. Grow the up. Try being my...
What's weird is, like, you'd see a lot of people all over the internet are like, you know, the dream setup would be a Ford body with a Cummins engine and an Allison trans. But this TikTok is actually making fun of, I think, the Allison 5-speed, which was before the LBZ. And I actually have seen a couple of local people with LB7 trucks with the Allison 5-speed that actually have this issue of the trans slipping and putting the truck into a limp mode when you have the power cranked way up. But I've never heard of that issue with the Allison 1000, the 6-speed. So maybe it's just an issue with the older, you know, the 5-speed transmissions. You know, I'm not really sure. Somebody, if you know, like, let me know in the comments below. Is this a common issue on the Allison 5-speed? Because I don't think it is on the Allison 6-speed.
Fuckers on TikTok be like, I want your truck. I want your truck. No, you don't. If there was ever a definition of a fucking stage 5 clinger, that truck is it.
Stage 5 clinger.
See, panties fall off, virgins turn into fucking whores. I mean, bad shit goes down. Good girls turn fucking bad. I mean, fathers hate me, brothers hate me, cousins hate me, and women just fucking shit over that truck.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those fender flares, like the rivet style. They're not a good look if you ask me. Also, the other thing, I want to pause this video here. This front bumper, I'm sorry, but that is fucking retarded. That is a really stupid looking bumper. You basically have like an OEM bumper and then what looks like a rough country, almost like a Jeep TJ bumper on top of the OEM bumper. So you have your OEM bumper, and then further out than that, you have this rough country bumper to house your winch. You should have just done just do a full bumper. I don't know what this add-on thing is. It just looks stupid. You know, normally I'm not one to hate on somebody's truck. But that is a really goofy looking bumper. You should have just gone a full steel bumper, or just internally house the winch in your OEM bumper with a custom bracket setup. That's just my opinion. You know, otherwise it's a cool truck. It's an L5P, so you know it makes good power and you know it's pretty reliable. Number 4 is a mean tune. I found out today. Yeah, and if number 4 is a mean tune, what is number 5? Should make a follow-up video on that. Or maybe he has another video. I don't really know. I don't use TikTok very much, but...
Anybody want to come pull this piece of shit Dodge out? Done broke the taillight, buried this motherfucker, all in one night just trying to get a damn deer. Should have bought a fucking Duramax.
Yeah, so real quick, I want to say on that, if you bought a D-Max, it probably would have blown up the tie rods, literally just in that little like mud pit that you're in right there. If you were chasing it, like one, why were you chasing a deer? Like people will go road hunting. That's a whole nother video on its own, but like road hunting is kind of goofy thing. But also, yeah, if you had a D-Max and you were like, if you were chasing a deer and you were flying through that mud pit, D-Max would have just blown up the tie rods for sure. And it probably, like the type of truck, whether it was a Cummins or a D-Max or Power Stroke, like you probably still would have gotten stuck in the same spot. That comes down to like tire compound. Is it 4-wheel drive? Do you have enough speed to actually get through that mud? You know, like the type of truck really is not going to make a difference. So, you know, I think this is kind of somebody just complaining. Really, their Cummins is probably just fine. They're probably just not good at driving through the mud, but shh, don't tell them I said that.
Bad bitch. Bitch, no, that's a bad switch. I'm a bad bitch. Fuck the bitch. Bitch gets like I'm a cut.
I really, really like that truck. I'm not going to lie. I think it's an LMM. Let me know down in the comments. I'm not sure if it's an LMM or an LML, but that is a... Love the all black headlights. You got the black, I think they're probably like 22 by 14s. That's a good look. I have a 900 horsepower D-Max. Speed goes to 120. Could you imagine actually getting pulled over by the police after going 120 in a Duramax? Like you're mobbing 120 plus in a fucking dually. Cops are just gonna be like what are you doing out here, guy? Like, are you crazy? Are you trying to die? Like, what? What are you doing?
When your 720,000-mile Duramax fan has finally had enough of your GT.
Oh, yep. Yep, that D-Max is quite spicy. It's a spicy girl, as you saw it, like it completely blew coolant out of the reservoir. Yeah, that Duramax has been through some shit. I don't understand the point of this video. Can your 4x4 do this? I'm not sure if this is like supposed to be, you're in two-wheel, either one, you got a two-wheel drive truck, or two, you're in two-wheel. Like, can your 4-wheel drive do this? Yeah, any 4-wheel drive can drive in two-wheel drive. What is it, like, you got a point here? Like, cool. You put your truck in two-wheel drive, you went through some mud, and you got the back end of it muddy. Congratulations. A Duramax will always be better than a 6-liter. Apparently that's what a dumb person would say. This is probably one of those TikToks that's really kind of just set up more for like pissing people off. What do you call it? Ruffling feathers. Yeah, this is definitely just to piss people off. We've made a video on the 6.0 Power Stroke. You know, everyone knows it is a problematic motor. I don't care if you bulletproof it. It is still not a well-designed engine at the end of the day. There's a reason it was around for such a short amount of time. There's a reason that they don't design motors like that anymore. You can dress up a pig and it's still a fucking pig. You know, leave your comments, what you will, down there. Like, go ahead and drop your comments. Tell me I'm an idiot. But like at the end of the day, yeah, D-Max is probably almost always going to be better than a 6.0 Power Stroke. Now, if we're talking maybe like a 7.3 Power Stroke or a 6.7 Power Stroke, it's a bit of a different story. But a 6-liter, no, Duramax all day.
Having the D-Max in 2021.
He's just revving his D-Max and then it's got a couple $100 under the exhaust tip. Yeah, I mean, diesel's getting expensive, fuel's getting expensive. You know, I mentioned this in the Power Stroke TikTok video that diesel was expensive then. Here we are, March 1st, 2022 is what today's date is. And diesel's even more expensive because of all the stuff happening over in Ukraine. So I don't see diesel prices coming down anytime soon. So buckle in because it's only going to get worse.
The non-sexual sound that turns you on. Just gonna say, this is pretty dumb.
Also, this truck doesn't smoke that much. Like if you were looking to show like how much soot you could shove in your face and survive, this is not a good example of that. Either way, it is a cool looking truck. I like the big octagonal or hexagonal stack. I think that's I can't tell how many sides that has. I think it's an 8-sided, but it's like a nice cool stack. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I do like that. But overall, like the concept of this video is pretty stupid. The best flutter I've ever heard from a Duramax. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good turbo flutter on that thing. That does not even sound like a diesel, if I'm being honest. That sounds more like a gas, like maybe like a big turbo 2J or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Definitely like that. They put a pumpkin for the hood stack. Obviously, you know, that can't stay there. This was probably just a thing for Halloween, I'm guessing. But, you know, that's pretty cool to see a pumpkin as a hood stack. I will mention the Confederate flag in the background. I'm not going to leave my opinion on that because people go f***ing ham in the comments. So I'm not going to leave any comments on that, but say what you will down in the comments below about the Confederate flag in the background. Already, I like this. Solid axle swap D-Max. You already fixed like half the problems of the Chevy by getting rid of the stupid IFS suspension, so solid axle, that's the way to go. Bags, you know, you might hate those, you might love those. I don't really have much of an opinion on bags, especially on the front of your truck. In the rear, it makes a little bit more sense, but I mean, overall, this is a pretty sweet D-Max. It's crazy, those bags are huge. You see those in there? I mean, this thing goes from what, like maybe a 2-foot lift down to like a 12-inch? Yeah, probably about a 24-inch lift down to about a 12-inch lift. Uh-oh. Forgot my bucket and it rained. So this is what happens when you have a hood stack or like a rear stack, a bed stack, whatever you want to call it. When you basically have a stack and it rains and you don't have a drain at the bottom of the stack. Yep. It's going to have basically it's going to collect a ton of water. One of those comments said good soup. That's funny.
What I've been doing with my life.
Oh, guys, I've matured. You know, I'm learning a lot more. I only get drunk on weekends now, and I'm growing dope, so.
I only get drunk on the weekends now, and I'm growing dope.
Fucking Chevy. Just don't, because then you're gonna have to be fucking pulling everybody else home who decided not.
They said don't buy a Chevy because you're gonna have to pull everyone else home who didn't buy a Chevy. So all your Cummins homies, all your Power Stroke homies, they're gonna be hitting you up in the middle of the night when their truck blows up and you're gonna have to go get them.
Owning a diesel be like.
Said owning a diesel be like, and then he just tossed $200 out the window. I don't know if that's real or fake money. You know, obviously I can't tell from the video. But yeah, I mean, we mentioned it before, I'm gonna mention it again. Diesel fuel is only gonna get more expensive from here as long as, you know, these tensions in Ukraine keep getting crazier. And all this stuff, like, it's not gonna get any cheaper, so buckle in, because it's gonna get worse. Oh, that's cool. So you got to set up with a BMP lift pump with a cat fuel filter. That's definitely like especially a lift pump. It's a big plus. If I remember, it wasn't up until the LML or the L5P that GM in Isuzu actually added a lift pump to the D-Max. Prior to that, it didn't have one, which meant that basically the high pressure fuel pump could basically be easily starved out. So adding a high pressure fuel pump, or I should say a lift pump, is definitely a really good idea for a Duramax. And then obviously the cat fuel filter gonna have much better filtration. So I like that setup. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about these reaction videos. Make sure you stay tuned because next week we're gonna be dropping the Cummins video. Last week was a Power Stroke video. This week is obviously the Duramax video that you just watched. Next week is gonna be the Cummins video. So make sure you stay subscribed for that. Check out the other videos on the channel. We have a ton of videos that I'm sure you'll love, and I'll see you guys in the next one.